Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture I am going to discuss poetry by Walt Whitman titled as The Boy Comes of Age as a Poet. The poem explores the journey of a young boy as he matures and evolves into a skilled poet. This poem basically explores journey of a boy in his youth who attains maturity in his life at a certain period of time and also discusses his progress as a skilled poet. He asks nature to give the one word which is superior from everyone and the endlessly rocking waves of the sea. This is a symbol of nature which replied to this young man and said him that death is superior from everyone. So we are able to know from this sentence that how this boy starts off his journey with a curiosity and appreciation for the beauty of nature. He begins experimenting with writing and using poetry as a suitable form to express his feelings. So he stepped in this field of writing by first experimenting, and he experimented in the field of writing by choosing poetry as an appropriate medium. This acts as a means, poetry acts as a means of self expression for him. He continues to write without taking any break to become perfect in the skill of writing. So, by continuing to write, it made him become more skilled and confident in his abilities as a poet. So, that is why he continued to write and write. Boy's poetry reflects his deep connection to nature and a desire to understand the world. So, when this poet became mature enough to write, he is able to reflect his deep attachment with nature in his writings, and also he wanted to understand mysteries of the world that he want to project in his writings, and wanted to tell to the readers about mysteries of this world. That is why he looked up for poetry as a suitable medium to express his feelings. He also talks about bird. So when he became fine tuned in his skills of writing, he is able to make mention in his poetry about things which are part of this natural world. So he talks about bird, which is a symbol of the natural world, and also sea, which symbolizes the cycle of birth and death. So making these things mentioned in his poetry reflects his maturity, the level of maturity that he reached. He explores themes such as love, spirituality, and the meaning of life in his poetry. So when he became or when he attained maturity, that automatically allowed him to explore different themes in poetry such as love, spirituality, and what is the actual meaning of life, and also why we are born as humans. These things he is able to reflect in the form of poetry. The boy's work gains recognition. In this phase of his life, he becomes known as a talented poet. When he is able to publish his works, so he faced both praises and criticism from this society. But what happens, or what led him stick to his goal, is that he always remains true to his own voice and style. As he matures, the boy's poetry becomes more profound and introspective. This is the phase when this poet attained perfect kind of maturity, and he is able to convey things with deep feelings in his poetry and also with introspection. So it reflects his growth, and we are able to assess from his personality that he is full of valuable experiences that he is trying to tell to the readers via poetry poetry. The poem concludes with the boy realizing that being a poet is not just a title but a lifelong journey of self expression and understanding. So, here, boy comes to a realization about his transition from a boy to the poet is actually a transition from his literal experience of life to a spiritual experience. Then, with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.